Hey, this is Pastor Terry over here at the church in the sanctuary. As you can see, the big picture of Jesus behind me and Walking with God banner. And I just wanted to present something to you today, just kind of give you some thoughts, and maybe it would help a little bit for you, I hope. And what we find is that right now there's been a lot of news about schools. How are they going to reopen? What format are they going to do? And every school district kind of has their own little twist to it. Some are choosing one method, some are choosing another method, some are kind of going in between. Not so sure. Sports, it's another big issue. Are they going to have sports? Are they not going to have sports? Are they going to have fans? And there's a lot of speculation. Again, there's a lot of things going on. We don't really know what they're going to do. A lot of unknowns, which is very unsettling for a lot of people, and perhaps for you. One thing I wanted to do, just kind of because of the fact that there is speculation going on, you go to social media, you go to corporate media, and there's all kinds of speculation, depending on the opinion of the person, to be perfectly honest, what they believe about the virus or what they don't believe. You'll hear words about spikes and you'll hear about surges and all these different things. And it's like, well, what exactly does that mean? Oh, number of new cases in Pennsylvania. We're about 120,000 new cases as of Tuesday afternoon. And it's like, oh my goodness, we have 120. Where are the 120,000 cases? Well, I want to give you a website to go to. Spotlightpennsylvania.org. That's spotlightpa.org. All one, word. And when you get there, go to the homepage. On the homepage, look under coronavirus tracking. Okay, and you will find a really awesome page. And it's all based on data and facts, graphs, and it's really good. They give you the daily number of new cases that are reported for that day. They also give you the daily number of tests that were given for that day as reported as well. That's a key number because you'll see that number go up and down, and the cases will kind of follow with it. That's kind of interesting. It also gives you later on, quite a bit down the page, excuse me, it gives you the positivity rates. In other words, the number of people, the percentage of people who return a test of positive having COVID versus negative. And right now it's been sitting approximately 5%. It's kind of been between 5 and 6% now for several weeks. And what's interesting about that is that number of cases would coincide with the number of tests. Okay, so it's been very stable, in other words. And what you'll also find here is the number of hospitalizations for COVID-19. You also find those who are on ventilators, too, the numbers there for COVID-19. And what you'll also find there, too, is a relatively very stable graph. Now, back in April and May, it had spiked way up, and then it came back down, and now it's kind of wavy a little bit. In other words, sometimes hospitalization goes up a little bit, and then they come back down. Right now, they're coming down a little bit. But we're only at about 1/5 of what they were back in April and May, so we're nowhere ever near where we were before. Also, those on ventilators, they're way down. They're about 1/6 of where we were back in April and May. Of course, you have to be concerned for those and certainly pray for those who are on ventilators. It's not good to be in that situation. But you look at the big picture, it's not an overwhelming. I don't know where this idea of a spike and surge is coming from because we have not seen it, except in the beginning. But since then, we have not seen a second spike or second surge or whatnot. The graphs, the numbers, the data just don't support it. And on this website, spotlightpa.org, shows that very clearly. Now, one of the things that's interesting too is they also do a county by county breakdown. They give you 2-week trends. That's what I thought was really cool because 2 weeks is very important because if you test positive, you have to quarantine for like 10 days or maybe 2 weeks. Okay, something like that has been a common number. So they give you a 2-week total. The governor's been using 2-week trends as well when he determined yellow, green, red phases or whatever phase you're in. He also, and for the opening of schools, he'd give a guidance about, again, 2-week trends. So this is very important here. In the 2-week trend for Schuylkill County, we have had not 900 in some cases like they're reporting. We've actually had 55 new cases in the past 2 weeks as of Tuesday afternoon, August 11th. That's 39 people out of 100,000. Now, we'd like it to be 0, obviously. The 39 is much lower than what it had been. We were well over 100 at one point. Now we're at 39, and it's actually been trending down. And that's the other thing they give per county. Any county in the state, you can look up and they can show you what the trends are in the past 2 weeks. Some counties have been trending up. We've been trending down. Most actually have been stable or declining, but some are actually increasing. But again, you just don't know what that will end up doing. So I just want to give you kind of an idea of what is actually out there. Look at that site, spotlightpa.org. I think it's a really good site. It gives you data, it gives you numbers, it gives you science, if you will. It gives you the science and shows you, what is going on. And the reason I want that is because it is grounded in reality. Okay, that is, it corresponds to what is really going on, not in speculation, which they can use those numbers, but then they can go somewhere else that may not be grounded in reality. But I believe this is what Jesus wants us to do, and that is to stand for the truth, seek out truth, and proclaim truth. Not only truth about our salvation, but also truth about the reality that is what is going on. For example, here, Jesus answered Pilate in John chapter 18. He said, "You are right in saying I am a king. In fact, for this reason I was born, and for this I came into the world, to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me." As a brother and sister, and brothers and sisters in Christ, we need to be on Jesus' side. That's what we would say. And that is, we testify to the truth. And the truth is, hey, let's give real numbers. Let's not speculate. Let's see, this is what has been happening. These are the trends. You got graphs there and so forth. It's a great site to point people to look at, to find out what is really going on. And so I just want to share that with you. There's no reason to be afraid, no reason to fear, no reason to cower in your homes. There's no reason to think that is lurking everywhere, around every tree or something like that. It's real, and there's a reason to be careful. So certainly do that. But I just want you to realize that don't get caught up in the big numbers. Look at what's been going on the last 2 weeks. I love this site. It's a great site. I look at it at different times. So check it out. Otherwise, hey, have a great day. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you later.